I'm only gonna address this shit one time. Since y'all wanna be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline.
Niggas is really mad that when they go to sleep at night and I wake up, we both wake up, it's like we doing better than them niggas. So them
Looks
niggas
like
is
karma just pulled up, and Papoose is getting the last laugh. Is Remy finally facing the consequences of her choices? Did Eazy just use her for clout and cash? This love triangle is packed with drama, betrayal, and a whole lot of I told you so. If you didn't know, Papoose and Remy were once hip-hop's ultimate power couple, the face of black love. They even gave relationship advice on reality TV, helping men keep their relationship strong. But things took a wild turn when Remy got involved with Eazy The Block Captain. Suddenly, people online were clowning Papoose, and their marriage became a battle rap punchline. Now, karma is kicking in. So what really went down, and how did it all lead to this? Well, you're in the right place, so let's dive in. In the ever-changing landscape of the entertainment world, where relationships flicker out as quickly as they ignite, Remy Ma and Papoose seemed like the exception to the rule. For 15 years, they stood strong, weathering storms that would have shattered most couples. Their love story wasn't just another Hollywood fling. It was built on loyalty, sacrifice, and an unshakable bond that had fans rooting for them every step of the way. But what truly made their relationship legendary was Papoose's unwavering devotion, even in the darkest of times. When Remy Ma faced a 6-year prison sentence in 2008, many expected Papoose to move on, to leave the past behind and start fresh. But he did the complete opposite. Instead of walking away, he stood by her side, proving that his love wasn't just about the good times. It was built for the struggles, the hardships, and the moments when the world turned its back on her. And Papoose didn't just support her from afar. He was actively fighting for her, showing up, advocating for her, and ensuring she never felt alone. But his devotion went even further than that, so far that it nearly cost him his own freedom. In what can only be described as an act of ultimate loyalty, Papoose allegedly attempted to sneak a skeleton key into her prison cell, a move that, had it been successful, could have changed everything. Now let's be real, that's the kind of love story you'd expect to see in a Hollywood movie, not real life. A man so committed to his woman that he was willing to risk it all just to be with her. That's the kind of ride-or-die love people dream about. But of course, it didn't go as planned. Authorities discovered the key before it could reach Remy, and Papoose found himself in serious trouble. Though he managed to avoid any major legal consequences, he was banned from visiting Remy for 6 months. For many, that would have been the breaking point, a sign to let go, to move on. But Papoose, he only became more committed.
I had to make sure she was all right mentally because I knew behind that wall ain't no joke. So I'm like, yo, I got to make sure me and her are communicating constantly and I'm visiting as much as I can.
And just when you thought this love story couldn't get any wilder, Papoose pulled off one of the most unbelievable ride-or-die moves in hip-hop history. He married Remy Ma while she was still behind bars. Let that sink in for a moment. While most men would have packed their bags and moved on, Papoose doubled down on his own commitment. He wasn't about to let prison bars define their love. For 6 long years, while Remy served her time, he never strayed, never wavered, and never let temptation shake his loyalty. In an industry where cheating scandals pop up every other day, where even the strongest relationships crack under pressure, Papoose stayed solid. No rumors, no side flings, no drama, just pure, unwavering devotion to the woman he loved. And when the day finally came, when Remy Ma walked out of those prison gates in 2014, who was the first person waiting for her? Papoose, of course. He was right there, ready to pick up where they left off and build the life they had always dreamed of. Their love wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Fast forward to 2018, and they had even more to celebrate, the birth of their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie, a beautiful addition to their blended family. Remy already had a son from a previous relationship, and Papoose had 3 children of his own, but together they created something special, a family that seemed unbreakable. For years, they were the gold standard of hip-hop love. They were couple goals. The rare duo defied the odds, proving that loyalty and commitment could still exist in an industry notorious for fast love and even faster breakups. But as we all know, even the strongest love stories have their twists. In June 2023, whispers started swirling, casting a shadow over their seemingly perfect marriage. Fans noticed something was off when Remy Ma, who never missed a chance to praise her husband, suddenly went radio silent on Father's Day. No sweet tribute, no Instagram post, nothing. For a couple that had always worn their love loud and proud, the silence was deafening. And then the rumors started. The streets began buzzing about an alleged affair between Remy and rapper Eazy The Block Captain. It wasn't just hearsay. Things escalated quickly when reports surfaced that Papoose and Eazy had gotten into a physical altercation at a Chrome 23 rap battle, a battle hosted by none other than Remy Ma herself.
You are up here supporting the victim. We done had 6 Chrome events. 6 Chrome events. Papoose was at all of them. How come he ain't at this one?
The speculation exploded in September 2023 when battle rapper Geechee Gotti took things to the next level, publicly accusing Remy Ma of cheating. And this wasn't just a vague rumor or industry whispers. This was a direct, in-your-face accusation thrown out for the world to hear. At first, Remy stayed silent. No denial, no clarification, nothing. But sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. And for the fans who had been following their love story for over a decade, that silence was deafening. And then came another bombshell, something so subtle yet so telling that it sent fans into a frenzy. Remy stopped using Remy Mackey, a name that symbolized her bond with Papoose, and went back to her maiden name, Reminisce Kian Smith. It was a small change, yes, but the implications were massive. For years, she had proudly carried Papoose's last name, a symbol of the love and loyalty they had built together. And now, she was distancing herself. Then Papoose, who had always been quiet and private about their relationship, finally broke his silence in a shocking way. On Christmas 2023, he posted a picture of Remy with another man, heavily implying that while he was at home with their daughter, Remy was out with someone else. If that wasn't bold enough, he added a caption that sent shockwaves through social media. While I was home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy Ma was. But that wasn't all. In a follow-up post, he exposed that Remy didn't want to divorce him because she didn't want the truth to come out. He wrote, "Now that I finally moved on, she's angry and making up lies. I told her we could divorce like adults, but she refuses because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out." And just like that, the picture-perfect couple that had once symbolized unshakable black love had turned into the messiest hip-hop breakup of the year. Just when things couldn't get any worse, battle rap legend and podcast host Joe Budden entered the chat with a bombshell revelation that shook the culture. In a now-deleted post, Budden leaked an audio clip that allegedly featured Eazy The Block Captain, the same battle rapper Remy was accused of being with, admitting to their affair. The clip didn't just hint at something inappropriate, it all but confirmed what fans had suspected for months. The voice in the recording, believed to be Eazy's, sounded remorseful, yet resigned to the fact that his involvement with Remy had become public knowledge. "I got too comfortable. I should have known. Me being in New York, me being in the ring, I knew this would get out." The post was deleted quickly, but the internet never forgets. Screenshots, reposts, and heated discussions spread like wildfire. And suddenly it wasn't just speculation, it was damning evidence. Remy Ma found herself in full damage control mode. But rather than deny the claims outright, she did something no one expected. She fought back with her own receipts. In December 2024, she shocked everyone by leaking private text messages between Papoose and boxing champion Claressa Shields. These weren't just friendly texts. Papoose allegedly called Remy a narcissist, expressed frustration over their crumbling relationship, and even hinted at wanting a fresh start with someone else. And Claressa, she didn't shy away from the attention. Instead, she embraced her growing connection with Papoose, publicly gushing over him in an emotional Instagram video. As a Pisces, "I love really, really hard," she admitted. "But I'm happy to love someone who wants to love me back. Papoose is just a sweetheart. No one told him to tie my damn boot, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he fixed it. He's just that kind of person. He deserves the best, and I am the best." Fans were stunned. Was this an actual new love story unfolding right before their eyes? The idea of Papoose, the man who had been the definition of loyalty, finding someone who was willing to give him that same energy? It was poetic. And he wasn't hiding it either. He was front and center at Claressa's big fight against Danielle Perkins, standing by her side like a devoted partner. He even performed his legendary verse from Busta Rhymes' "Touch It," a clear symbolic moment that signified his transition into a new phase of life. Meanwhile, Remy was making moves of her own. At her Chrome 23 Read the Room event, she officially confirmed her relationship with Eazy The Block Captain. The rumors were no longer just whispers. She was proudly standing by her man. And just in case anyone still had doubts, Eazy settled them once and for all in a dramatic moment during a heated rap battle. Right in the middle of his verse, he boldly declared, "Remy loves me." The crowd erupted. The internet lost its mind, and just like that, the once unshakable hip-hop love story of Remy and Papoose was over. But karma has a funny way of working. Just when it seemed like Remy and Eazy were riding off into the sunset, things took another turn, this time against Remy. In early 2025, the tables turned when rumors of Eazy cheating on Remy started to surface. At first, fans brushed them off. After all, Remy had left a solid marriage for this man. Would he really betray her so soon? But the evidence started piling up. Suspicious interactions, flirty exchanges, and leaked DMs suggested that Eazy might not have been as devoted to Remy as she had been to him. The final blow came when a mystery woman came forward, claiming she had been involved with Eazy while he was with Remy. Screenshots of text messages and even a blurry video of Eazy in a compromising situation started making the rounds online. Suddenly, the same woman who had once been accused of infidelity was now the one being cheated on. And just like that, the tables had officially turned. The once unbreakable couple had crumbled under scandal, and what had started as a messy love triangle had now spiraled into a full-blown hip-hop soap opera. Now the real question is, will Remy continue to stand by Eazy, or will she realize she left a good man for someone who played her in the end? And just when everyone thought the Remy Ma and Eazy The Block Captain saga couldn't get any messier, fresh rumors have surfaced, threatening to expose even deeper layers of betrayal and scandal. After weeks of speculation about whether Eazy had been truly faithful to Remy, the battle rap world is buzzing once again, and this time it's not just one woman coming forward, it's two. Just last week, shocking allegations began making the rounds, suggesting that Eazy had been romantically involved with not just his ex-girlfriend Zan, but also Seabree, the lyricist, an artist from his Trenches Battle Rap League. For those unfamiliar, Seabree has been making waves in the battle rap scene, earning respect for her skill and even making an appearance on Remy's Chrome 23 platform. But now, instead of being recognized for her talent, she's found herself in the middle of one of the biggest scandals in hip-hop battle culture. The drama ignited when Tasmanian Terra, another rapper associated with Eazy's Trenches League, decided to put the entire situation on blast. Screenshots of messages allegedly from Zan surfaced, and the contents were nothing short of explosive. In the text, Zan appeared to admit that she had slept with Eazy last summer, and even worse, she hinted at his involvement with Seabree. But it was one message in particular that sent shockwaves through the internet. When Remy finds out, she's going to have a fit. That one sentence changed everything. Up until this point, Remy had been standing by Eazy, even as whispers of his unfaithfulness began swirling around social media. She had given up a solid decade-long marriage with Papoose, only to now find herself in the same position she had put him in. Fans who had defended Remy in the wake of her controversial relationship with Eazy were now questioning whether she had made a huge mistake. But if people thought Zan was going to stay quiet and let these rumors consume her, they were wrong. After Tasmanian Terra took to Instagram to put her on blast, Zan wasted no time clapping back. Terra's post wasn't subtle. It was a direct shot at Zan's integrity. Smiling in that lady's face knowing you F her man is crazy, Terra wrote, making it clear she had no problem airing out Zan's alleged secrets. The post quickly gained traction, with fans and battle rap insiders diving deep into the situation, trying to determine whether there was any truth to the claims. With the pressure mounting, Zan was forced to address the rumors head-on. Taking to social media, she fired off a response that seemed aimed at shutting down the allegations once and for all. "I'm not effing Eazy, and haven't in years," she tweeted, attempting to distance herself from the scandal. But while her words were firm, not everyone was convinced. Why would someone fake a message like that? And more importantly, why was her name even coming up in the first place? Meanwhile, Seabree, the lyricist, also found herself in the crosshairs, and she wasn't about to let her reputation take a hit over something she claimed was completely false. Known for her confidence and sharp tongue in the battle rap world, she wasn't about to let accusations of sleeping with her league owner define her career. Seabree didn't just deny the allegations, she took it a step further and went after the credibility of those spreading them. "For the record, I'm too fired to be effing my league owner. I'm around because I'm dope. If you want to make me look bad, you better off finding and telling the truth," she wrote, shutting down the idea that she was only successful because of her connection to Eazy. But she didn't stop there. She made sure to remind people of her accomplishments, pointing out that she was the first artist from Eazy's Trenches League to make it to Remy Ma's Chrome 23 platform. In other words, she wanted people to know that she wasn't here because of any man, she was here because of her talent. Despite the denials from both Zan and Seabury, the damage had already been done. Fans were already diving deep, analyzing past interactions, and questioning whether Eazy had truly been faithful to Remy. And now, Papoose has officially entered the chat, and he's not holding back. The battle rap world was already buzzing with drama, but things took an even messier turn. Papoose is now clowning Remy Ma, seemingly reveling in the irony of her choosing Eazy the Block Captain over him, only for Eazy to allegedly cheat on her too. If the rumors are true, it's a brutal dose of reality for Remy, a realization that the man she risked it all for might be doing the exact same thing to her. Let's be real here. Remy Ma might be learning a harsh lesson about karma. The internet has been quick to point out the irony in this situation. If Eazy was truly involved with a married woman for 2 years, as some reports claim, then why wouldn't he do the same thing to Remy? The signs were there, and now the consequences may be hitting her hard. What makes this even worse for her is that Papoose doesn't seem to be heartbroken at all. In fact, he's living his best life, his relationship with professional boxer Clarissa Shields appears to be thriving, and he seems completely unbothered by the mess unfolding around his ex-wife. Now, this raises a lot of questions. Was Remy Ma just a temporary fling for Eazy? Was she used and discarded, only now realizing the gravity of her choices when it's too late? Some fans believe that Eazy was never serious about her in the first place, that he was simply riding the wave of their connection for clout and career advancement. If that's true, then Remy may have made the biggest mistake of her life, throwing away a 15-year marriage for a relationship that never had a solid foundation to begin with. And let's not forget how Papoose is playing this. He's not just moving on, he's making sure the world sees it. From posting cryptic messages to subtly shading Remy through his public appearances, he's sending a loud and clear message. He's good, he's happy, and he's not looking back. If anything, he might even be enjoying the irony of the situation. After all, he stood by Remy for over a decade, only for her to betray him for someone who might have just played her in return. But what do you think about Remy Ma's situation? Is this karma coming full circle, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.